Hey, welcome to another edition of the Urban Influencer and Soul on Soul with Finesse. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, you already know who I am. I'm the professor of soul. That's right. I said professor. This is your host, Finesse Dimps, and the producer as well. This is the show where we get to know our independent music artists. And keep in mind, this is June, so it's Black Music Month. So the artists we got this month are the ones we're definitely featured. So keep that in mind. Make sure you check them out, follow them on all their social media platforms. And of course, you got a question or comment, you can hit me up, soulonsoulwithfinesse at gmail.com, and also on all social media platforms. Now, let me answer this question right off. Everyone keeps asking me, when are we going to get a Soul on Soul with Finesse website so you can hear all our past interviews? Well, if you go to podbean.com, you can hear all our past interviews. I know some of you want to get pictures and behind the scenes stuff. Y'all driving me crazy right now. Can you be happy with what I gave you? Can the professor give you this? Anyway, let's get into the show. Today, my special guest, some hot brothers. They got some hot music. And I know I say this all the time, but I'm a fan of music, good music. So you can't come on this show if your music not good. So they've already passed the test. All right. I'd like to welcome the Ingram Street to the show. How are you guys doing today?
What's up, man? Hey, everybody out there, and doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Just enjoying this beautiful Sunday in Columbus. It's nice and warm, and actually a little too warm.
I'll take it over winter time though. So hey,
listen. So the group is out of Columbus, Ohio. I ain't never, ever going to Columbus, Ohio in the wintertime. I already know how to get down there. That ain't happening. And since we talk about Columbus, Ohio, where you guys are from, there have been some great groups that come out of that area. Who's been some of your influences from the Ohio player that maybe the audience knows about?
Oh, from the whole state, like we can go all the way back to the Isley Brothers and the OJs. Isley Brothers, Cincinnati. That's like 2 hours south of us. Then you got the OJs. That's they're from Canton, based out of Canton. That's 2 hours north. Then you got
plus Gerald Levert.
Yeah, they from Cleveland.
Some of
all the Dayton people. Go ahead, Woody. I don't mean to cut you off. You take over, man.
Well, we got Heat Wave.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Zapp and Roger. We've got, of course, the Ohio Players. John Legends from Springfield.
Really? I didn't know that part.
Yeah, you're right down, but that's like what? That's not even an hour from us, actually. Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, isn't the deal with Babyface, weren't they out of the Ohio area?
They were formed in Cincinnati. So yeah.
Okay.
Those faces from Indianapolis, but most of the members of the deal, LA and D and all them, they're from Cincinnati. And to add to that, Midnight Star, also from Cincinnati.
So they were part of my 90s when I was DJing. All those groups you named got me through on college radio and DJing sets. What is it about music that drew both you guys?
Well, I mean, I'm the older of the two of us, so I think just as being a kid, like our parents loved music and it was always played out around the house. And from my earliest childhood memories, I can remember listening to music and loving it and just feeling it made me feel so good. It's like a great feeling that I can't even put a word on how good, that the music would make me feel. Because, back in the day, everything was great on the radio. Like you didn't have to pick and choose. Like it was every song that was on the radio, it was all good, So I just attested to my parents and always playing music around the house. I just caught the bug from that.
So, now, Woody, did he make
always tied to a memory?
He didn't make you be in the group because he was the oldest? Because I see he took a shot saying that he was the oldest. So I just want to give you a chance to clarify.
Nah, man, I had a lot of different interests growing up, but like music was one of them. So I started singing and writing songs about the age of 4, as early as 4. Mm-hmm. But I wrote, I got into writing stories, and so I was always in a lot of different interests. Like my brother was just all music from jump. But eventually, I think like around, because we always performed ever since we were little kids. And my father, he would take us around, when he saw us performing, we would perform with our sisters, and we would just do this stuff for fun. We making up dance routines, and we're in the basement singing like we're on stage. He took note of it, and he started having us perform for, people from his friends to people from his family, and they used to give us money. Yeah, we used to have a lot of fun, and we did a couple of talent shows, and but it wasn't until probably when we became teenagers, in our early teens, we was like, man, let's do this seriously. We started taking it serious, like pursuing it for real, for real.
And let's talk about that for a second. It's interesting you say that, because I always look at today's artists versus when I grew up in the 80s and 90s of watching the music artists. They put in that work. They were performing, they were practicing, they were doing all these things. And it seems like today's artists wants things handed to them. They don't really go and perform. You have American Idol, which none of those folks have never hit a live stage in their life. So for you guys, you probably perform when there's like 5 people in the audience.
Yeah,
and you guys actually have to grow. Yep. What advice would you give the new music artists today, even if that's something you want to do? But what would you say to them when it comes to really doing your craft that you guys do?
Just have to have a true passion. Like the passion has to exceed the that has to be at the foremost. Mm-hmm. Like it can't be about getting rich or doing it for the fame, or just trying to make a quick buck. Because as we know, there's a lot of benefits in today's era with the internet, but there's also a lot of challenges too. But it's just overall, you just want to have, number one, you got to have a passion for
it. And also study, I would say too, like study the greats. Because like if you think about it, like who are the great artists that when you look at them, they commanded the stage? So obviously the Jacksons, New Edition, Prince. We, even though we lost an awesome entertainer in Tina Turner recently, but even she, she was a little bit before our time, but still she commanded the stage when she performed. And so you want to have the complete package when you perform, own that performance so that people will want to come back and pay to see you. Because it's true with the internet, it's a beautiful thing that you can release music on the internet, but there's so many songs being released on the internet every day. How are we going to stand out in the crowd? And those are the ways that you do that when you practice and you study so that you get your performance together, so that not only are you a success on the internet, but when people come see you in person, that you can back it up live. So that's my advice.
I gotta take a first break, but before I do that, I always like to give the artists an opportunity to share their social media and their website. Do you fellas mind sharing it with everyone so they can begin following you and you get some new fans along the way?
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead, Wood. Tell them what our website and all of our social media is.
Yeah, so everybody out there, if you'd like to visit our website, it's www.ingramstreetmusic.com. We have all of our albums are available physically and digitally, as well as other merchandise, t-shirts and coffee mugs, and you name it. There's a lot of things on there. So yeah, definitely visit us, ingramstreetmusic.com. Facebook, if you'd like to follow us there, it's facebook.com/ingramstreetmusic. We're also on Instagram. So that our Instagram page is just simply Ingram Street, and you can follow us on Twitter. It's Ingram Street followed by the number 2.
All right. When we come back, we're gonna find out more from Ingram Street, like who are some of their favorite artists. So come on back. It's the Urban Influencer, and of course, Soul on Soul with Finesse. You know how we do, baby. We're bringing it to you, especially for Black Music Month. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's the Urban Influencer, Soul on Soul with Finesse show. Welcome and thank you for watching and supporting the show. I read all your emails. I promise I'm going to get to everyone. But today is Black Music Month. We're celebrating Black Music Month. We have a special guest on today. We have some brothers out of the Ohio area. Ingram Street is the name of the group. Make sure you go check them out. I wanted to ask you fellas, it's two of you. Now I know you both don't have the same favorite music group or influence. Who was somebody that influenced each one of you?
Okay, Wood, you can go ahead.
We kind of have, we pretty much, believe it or not, have a lot of the same influences. So, early on, man, starting out, of course, like we're starting out from childhood, you got to start out with Michael Jackson.
Of
and
course.
the Jacksons, everybody, like we loved them, like Victory and Jackson Mania. We was part of that.
We got to go with Prince.
Yeah.
He was Prince there was the artistry about him that went beyond the music, man. He was captivating. So we got to, Prince, Shalimar, definitely my boys from Boston, Massachusetts, New Edition. That was like our, that was our Temptations.
Right.
And then it just kind of went from there, man. There's so many we could name, man. Stevie Wonder.
Absolutely. Got a
Babyface. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. It's like the list goes on and on, but those are some of my early influences that I want to give a shout out to. Ming, if you want to add to it.
I do, because a lot of times we just when people ask us this question, we always go with the male groups too, but we are also inspired by female artists, and I would say early on it would be Aretha Franklin. Later on, I would say Mary J. Blige, and then Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott, and Missy as a songwriter, singer. It's so many. So yeah, because growing up too, like we used to have a group called Combination, and when we were teenagers, and we used to incorporate hip hop with the R&B. That's why we called it Combination, because it was a combination of R&B and hip hop. And so some of the hip hop influences would be like Rakim, and like I said, Lauryn Hill, and people like that. So we have a lot of influence really in our music. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys brought up hip hop, because I was going to bring that up. We are actually celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop. Now, when you hear that, what do you think when you hear 50th anniversary of hip hop?
Well, I'll say that me and my brother had a chance to attend the Black Music Honors in Atlanta last month. And in that ceremony, they honored SWV, which is another influence of ours. Missy, which we talked about, Jeffrey Osborne, Evelyn Champagne King. But in the ceremony, they brought out Roxanne Shante. And she, they had a whole segment about the 50th year of hip hop. And I think it's phenomenal because, when hip hop started, people thought it was a fad, like it wouldn't last. But we see that it's just as important as any other genre of music. And it has staying power because it has been and it will always be so impactful. We have
just
so
watching the evolution of it too, from like being a part of it, like watching it grow from its infancy to what it is now. It's just been pretty amazing, because we were around when it was, with Houdini and Run DMC and
the Fat Boys.
The Fat Boys, LL Cool J's first album, with Rock the Bells, and so like we saw, from the breakdancing era, with the boom box, and we spinning backspins on a cardboard, like all the way, like every generation from then to now, just to see the evolution of it, man, it's incredible. And so here we look up, and now it's been 50 years. So hip hop, it's here to stay.
That's right. I do want to add too that we used to break dance when we were kids too. We used to have our little pop locking teams and stuff.
Wait, whoa! Do you got some video? We want some video. I don't believe you guys,
man. People in the neighborhood trying to challenge us, like they will be truly like, because to us, and I do want to share this. Ever since we were kids, we love music. It wasn't never about like who's the best or trying to be. Yes, we would be in talent shows, and the reason why is because being in a talent show before you get your own shows is exposure, right? You expose your talent to an audience and you can win money, right?
Right.
But as far as pure doing music or dancing so we can to compete or think we're better, we were never like that. But sometimes people would be intimidated and they would want to challenge us, whether it would be to a rap battle, to a breakdance battle, to a singing battle. And, sometimes we just didn't want to do it because we knew that that's not what they were about. They just wanted to just try to challenge us and make it out to be something it wasn't. And we do it for the love. And one of the first albums, we used to be in a group called Up to Part, and that was the name of our first album, For the Love. Because like my brother said, in order for you to be successful in this, you have to have the love for it first and foremost, and then everything else falls under that. And that's how you can be successful.
Anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, just on the side of the passion, like back when I would say 80s, 90s, when we go back and we watch a lot of the videos and the live performances, one thing that we took for granted was just the showmanship of it all, because we go back and you watch a Heavy D show. I mean, you're seeing dance and everybody's dancing and it's a whole show. And then it's like now, you know, a lot of times when you see artists, it's just, you know, they're on the microphone and they're performing, but there's no artistry behind it. There is no dancing, there's no dance routines, they're just singing. And it's like, I think that part of the artistry is just kind of missing today with artists versus what, you know, we were accustomed to.
All right. I want to ask this question and then we got to take a break. I want to hear from both of you on this. What is your definition of soul music?
My definition of soul music is any genre of music can be considered soul music as long as it touches you within, as long as it reaches your heart, as long as it takes you to another place. We call ourselves Ingram Street because we feel like music should take you to another place. It should help you, you know, get through whatever you're going through and take you to another place. That's why we listen to it, just like a street does. A street takes you on a journey from wherever you're trying to get to, you get to that destination. And that's what, again, music should do. So that's why we call ourselves Ingram Street. So as long as music is touching you, it's reaching your heart, and it's making some type of difference in your life, to me, that's what soul music represents.
All right.
Your music, it's supposed to touch you. It's supposed to speak to you. So if you're going through something, you know, you're sad about something that happened in life, if you can turn that song on and it can just talk to you right here, that's soul music. Or, you know, you need a pick-me-up, you throw it on and it just makes you want to get up and it just makes you want to dance, you know, and it changes your whole mood. You know, that's soul music.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard Ingram Street, my special guest today, Soul on Soul with Finesse, urban influencer, Black Music Month special. We got to take a break here. You know, we got to pay the bills. But when we come back, we're going to talk to Ingram Street about their latest project. And ladies, yes, there's something on there for you. Come on back. You know how we do. It's the urban influencer, baby. Welcome back. It's the Urban Influencer, Soul on Soul with Finesse. I'm your host, Finesse Demps. My special guest, Ingram Street, is in the house. And as they said earlier, and if you missed it, you have to catch that later on. You have to hit a rewind. They said their music is trying to take you places. So you need to follow this Ingram Street. Did I sum that up right?
You did.
Yes, you did.
Okay. All right.
Sure
So
did.
let's talk about this music. You have a new project now. Talk about the name of the project. Who and what's on the project? What were you trying to deliver with this music?
Okay, well, the project is called Streetlights because, again, just to give you a backstory, this is our third album, and this album is an album that contains remixes of songs from our previous two albums. Our first album was called Escapism, which we talked about. You know, music should do that, help you have a positive escape, you know, temporarily at whatever you're dealing with. Then we had another follow-up album called Paint the Town. So now this is number 3, Streetlights, and it's called Streetlights because Ingram Street, and then we took each song and put it in a new light by providing a remix to that song. So that's why it's called Streetlights. So in this album, we decided we wanted to have some new songs too. So in addition to the remixes, we have 4 new songs. And so I'll let Rick tell you the rest.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much we wanted to just kind of like where we are today, you know, give you a taste of what we've done so far and add something new. So it's kind of like we just felt like at this point in our journey that we wanted to do something that encompassed the past, the present, and the future.
Mhm.
And so we
What?
got
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Oh, I was saying on the remixes, we we got some dope producers on the remixes. DJ Soul Child and Manny the Realm. They're both from England.
Well,
And
no, actually, DJ Soulchild is from Switzerland.
well, he's from Switzerland, but he lives in England now.
He lives in Switzerland.
He still is in Switzerland? I thought he was from England and he lived in
Oh, well, maybe
Switzerland.
that's what it is. He's from England, lives in
Yeah.
Switzerland. Just in case he watches this, I'm like, no, guys, it's not. so he's
Shout
from
out to Switzerland.
Yes. So and then Manny, the Realm, he's actually in England. He's in England.
Mhm.
And
I want to.
they're both doing big things right now. And so
Overseas.
yeah, having both of them on the album, man, it's definitely a privilege and an honor.
I want to ask you something about that, but I want to make this statement because I think as independent music artists, and sometimes artists get offended when you say, you try to commend them and say, hey, I'm great. You thought about it this way because not everybody heard your music. And I think that's ingenious of you guys to say, you know what? Let's go and remix some of our songs and re-release them to a whole nother audience that didn't hear us. What was the thinking in doing it like that?
Well, because in the interim, like on the second project, Paint the Town, we actually got a chance to work with Preston Glass, who he was a big producer back in the day. Like he produced, and he still does production work today, but he's worked with like the greats like Whitney Houston and Kenny G, Earth, Wind and Fire, and
Aretha Franklin.
How can I forget that? Natalie Cole, like a lot of people that he's worked with. So he was interested in working with us. So he produced 2 songs from our Paint the Town album. He co-wrote those with us and Ron Tyson from The Temptations. So that was pretty huge. So when we got with him, it was like it took us to a different level and it got us more exposure. So that was one of the reasons why we're like, well, now that we're making more traction, we would love for people to go back and hear the other stuff that we had made before that. So that was one of the reasons why we wanted to do a remix project. And we also used Preston again on this new album. He produced a song for us called Throwback, which is actually going to be our next single, which we're really excited about. So,
what was it like to work with somebody from another country on your project? Most times we only want to work with somebody we can see here and that we know. Now you got to trust somebody in a whole nother zone to make sure that they're going to do your project justice. What was that like?
Hey, we've actually got 5 different producers on this album that are from overseas. So, but now it's actually just it's a testament to the time frame that we're living in now, because with the internet, like everything is open. Like it's just opening doors that have never been open before, and being able to network with people overseas it's been incredible. And I think it's a testament too of how R&B, how popular it's grown internationally. We've got Sada Nakano. He's from Japan. He produced "I Just Want Your Love,"
which is our current single.
Okay,
and then
that's the one for the ladies, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just want your love, Throwback, a lot of them. But I do want to share too that a lot of times with the artists that we work with overseas, we reached out to them to see or to gauge their interest to see if they even wanted to work with us. And they all came back with positive responses like, yeah, we want to work with y'all. So I will just share one experience for time's sake. It was with DJ Soulchild. The way that happened was I always look for music online, like everybody else these days, new music to find out what's hot. And I looked like to Soul Bounce. I know you got Soul, Soul Tracks. These are all, internet or websites that, display R&B. So there was a remix to Silk Sonic, Smoking Out the Window, DJ Soulchild did it. And it was really good. He used the Mary Jane beat by Rick James. And I was like, me and my brother have this song called Friend Zone. And I was like, I think I have an idea for Friend Zone for a remix. And I think this is the guy who can make it happen. So I reached out to him and I was like, DJ Soulchild, I'm Miguel from Ingram Street. We love to work with you. What's your thoughts? And he was like, oh, I've been following you guys for 2 years now. So he already knew who we were. And I was blown away because I'm like, his remixes, if you go on his website, his remixes are insanely tight. And so for him to even want to work with us, that was humbling in itself. And I'm like, and he came up with fire for us. So it's like my intuition was right. Like he made the remix that I envisioned. So there you have it. And that's a testament to Manny and at the Realm. His remixes are fire. And to Future Beats, everybody who's worked on this project, we are so thankful that they want to work with us. It's a two-way street, really.
Well, it's an incredible project. I've heard it. I want folks to listen to it. Black Music Month, ladies and gentlemen. Every June is Black Music Month. Also the month of Juneteenth, and also the month that we had Ingram Street in the building with us for Urban Influencer, Soul on Soul with Finesse. Hot song. You got to go listen to it. Give them the website once again where they can go check you guys out, and tell them where they can find your music at. Is it on all platforms or whatever?
Yeah, our music is on all digital platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Tidal, you name it. When we're out there, Ingram Street, the latest single, the latest promo single from our new album, Streetlights, right now, is called "I Just Want Your Love." If you'd like a physical copy of our CD, we always sign anything you order from our website. It's ingramstreetmusic.com. And so you can also, if you want a digital download of our album, of any of our albums, we've got 3 albums: Escapism, Paint the Town, and Streetlights. They're all available on our website as well.
I'm gonna have to get, you see my walls, they're empty. So I got to get an autographed copy so I can put on the wall.
Okay.
All the artists I interview, so we get you on there. Any words of advice for independent artists going forward?
I would say just continue to do like we talked about in the interview earlier. Stay consistent. Don't give up. I know that that's cliche, but it is true. Anytime that you want to do something successful in life, you have to have a routine. And anytime that you have something that you want to do, there's always going to be something negative to try to come along and stop you from doing it. So you got to get those negative influences out, whether it's people or things, so that you can keep focused on your goal and understand that everybody's journey is different. Don't get discouraged because somebody's made it to the finish line faster than you. You'll get there if you don't give up. So we even have a song about that. It's called "Don't Disturb This Groove," and it's on our Escapism album. So that's one of my favorite songs. So yeah.
And I want to add to that. Make sure you keep people in your circle that continue to feed you what you need so that you can keep moving. Have positive people in your circle that believe in you. Have people in your circle that are just as hungry as you are, and feed off of that. Have people around you that inspire you, that motivate you and push you, because those are all the things that you're going to need to continue to progress. Because everybody, being human, sometimes there's going to be discouragement, self-doubt, all of that. We all go through that. But if you have a strong network and a strong circle, that's going to help you to keep pushing along.
All right. Ingram Street, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check them out. Follow them on all their social media platforms. And I always tell the audience, they're so used to me saying this, now they're going to say it the same time I do. Listen to your artists on the streaming platform Tidal, because Tidal pays the most music. Support your local independent music artists, ladies and gentlemen. Do like I do. Support them, listen to them, play them. The Ingram Street about to get paid for me, bro. I'm not. I listened to them whole 2 weeks while I was moving. Oh, I ain't gonna tell you why I'm moving, because then I'll be trying to find me. Anyway, Ingram Street, Soul on Soul Flesh, Urban Influencer. Gentlemen, you've been on the show. You're more than welcome to come back anytime you have some new music. Oh, wait a minute. What about music videos?
Oh, it's coming. That's a good question. We're about to start filming a couple.
Okay. Yeah, we've got some out now for the Friend Zone and the Friend Zone remix. Those are 2 of the most popular. Also, Beautiful Possibility. I'm sorry, not Beautiful Possibility. Keeping It Special and Paint the Town.
All right. So make sure you go look up those, ladies and gentlemen. They're on YouTube. Make sure you go listen on Tidal. You guys always shout out other other platforms, but it's titled that Pay the Artist. And then get a physical copy. Support by his physical copy, and then send it to Finesse. Cause see that wall, Finesse missing some art. So we got to do something about that in the new studio. Soul on Soul with Finesse and the Urban Influencer. Gentlemen, it has been a pleasure. You're welcome to come back anytime. All right.
Hey, thanks, Finesse, man. Much love to you, bro.
All right, you too. And that's going to do it for this edition of Soul on Soul with Finesse and the Urban Influencer, the Professor of Soul. Make sure you come back another time next month as we continue to celebrate the independent artists and the Black soul independent music artists as well. Until the next time, peace.
That you'll accept my apology. I'm sorry, baby. But if it's war you're after, I call a truce based on love's casualties. 'Cause I just want your love. I just want your love. Can you stand the rain? 'Cause I just want your love. I just want your love. Yes, I do, my baby. I just want your love. I do. I just want your love.
shine, son. I'm a king. I will reveal the prince of you. Frank Nick status. Do it for the principal.
Black people unite and let's all get down. Black people unite and let's all get down. Black people unite and let's all get down. Black people unite. Black people unite.
Alphabet star, do or die, I choose to live. Make my name without killing or doing a bid. Remember back in the days when you was a kid, parents had to make do and put food in the fridge. What we know now, imagine if we knew then. It takes one mindset instilled in two men to mend the blend together what crack ties shattered. One of the many reasons we say Black Lives Matter. If you don't understand, here's context and clarity. In case you can't fathom blatant racial disparity. Don't need handouts or any form of charity. Need a resurgence of black solidarity and black on black crime. You know we gotta stop. My beliefs started with war on drugs and hip hop. Let's do the right thing. Let's murders for wrong things. What if King Vaughn heard of Herbert Vaughn King?
Black people unite and let's all get down. 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 Black people unite. Black people unite.
My see, his see, uncles and aunties, indigenous to villages eating under palm trees. Pose family photos, post I tag you. Unified movements, locks and dips at battle, what have you. Like when Mike placed capes on James Brown. Before taking the life, we could fight round for round. Or voice our differences like men having sit down. LOG voice.
Unite and let's all get down.
No burners to kill, only burgers to grill. Let them argue if it go any further than chill. My moms know your pops, how am I your eye? Went to the same junior high, I live right up the block. Told my right hand man, leave my cousin alone. She's a teenager, even though she look grown. Uncle came home after doing a stretch, looking like the 9-5 version of Tretch. Deeper the roots, stronger the family tree. Call me the chief, turning over new leaves. What's beef? Beef is an insanity plea. When house target field, need the name on the lease. To say the least, we out here doing the most. The more relative distance should make us close. Feel the vibe, vibrate to the sound. On the same frequency, tune in, crowd around.
Black people unite and let's all get down. 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 Black people unite, black people unite, black.
Hey. Yeah. Give me a little time. I know I'm gonna be always on the grind. You think I got you just hanging on the line, playing with your mind, wasting all your time. But if you could see inside, you would know you are my apparatus. You're the reason I trust every season's for us. We don't need to give up. Just give me a little time. That's all I need. I need patience. Patience. Ooh. I need patience. Patience. Ooh. Give me a little time. I know we're stressed, it's a mess, not our best, but we're fine. Cause you're the one I flaunt, everyone could see everything I want, everything I need. Don't switch sides. I need patience. Patience. Ooh. I need patience. Patience. Ooh. I need. My friend, my lover, you know no hear you